Hey guys, this is Karen from JazTime.com. JazTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online, and if you want to know the price of the watch, you can click on the links in the description below. If you enjoy our videos, we would greatly appreciate if you would buy a watch from JazTime.com once in a while. Alright, so today we're going to be reviewing the Tudor Pelagos. This is the model number 25600TN. We'll be going over the dial, bezel, case, crown, bracelet, clasp, and we'll talk about the movement towards the end of the video. Alright, so jumping right in, this watch comes in a black dial. There's no other dial color for this specific watch type. So it's a nice beautiful matte black dial to match with the matte black of the bezel as well. Contrasted by the hour markers and the hour and minute hand. We have white squares for the hour markers with the exception of the 6, 9, and 12 o'clock positions being rectangular and also triangular at the 12 o'clock position. We have the date window at the 3 o'clock position. For the text, we have the Tudor name right underneath that 12 o'clock position, triangular marker. And at the 6 o'clock position, we have the model style, which is the Pelagos. And then we have chronometer officially certified with the boasting that this watch is within Swiss specs. And we'll talk more about that towards the movement. And then we have the water resistance right underneath that as well. That 500 meters is 1640 feet, as this is a diver's watch. As you can see, the dial is a little bit interesting as we have it's sort of concave. The dial is concaved inwards. You can kind of see the high rise of the sides of the wall sort of shifting outwards towards the bezel. And for the hour and minute hands, we have the snowflake style hour hand, which Tudor is known for, and just a standard minute and seconds hand. And all of this is luminous, so it glows up to 8 hours in the dark. As we move on to the bezel now, the same could be said about the bezel. All the 60 minute or 60 second graduation is luminous as well, so you'll be able to see the dial in the dark and the bezel as well. As this is a diver's watch, the bezel itself is unidirectional only. As you can see, it can only shift towards the left and cannot shift towards the right. And this is done with the safety of divers in mind. As if you're diving and you were, let's say you were tracking the oxygen levels in your tank, you say you had a few minutes left and you accidentally bumped into that bezel, you don't want to give yourself a false sense of reading. So that's why there's only the unidirectional, it's not bi-directional for that reason. I'm sure there's other reasons as well. The bezel itself, as I mentioned, is a matte black. And the whole bezel is actually made out of the titanium. As you'll find out, just pretty much this whole watch is made out of titanium. As we move on to the case now, the case is titanium as well, in 42 millimeters. So from my index finger to my thumb here, that's 42 millimeters in diameter of nice brushed titanium. You can kind of see at the lugs, it's all very beautiful brushed with a nice chamfer on the sides. The chamfer is this sort of small lining of that high polish that sort of hugs the case there to give it a little nice shine to it. For the side of the watch, you can see the profile. It's a little larger profile than normal, but should fit in the suit dress cuffs very nicely. And this little circular indentation here, that's actually a helium escape valve. Again, this is something for divers in mind. As divers come up from a depressurization chamber, there's usually a mixture of gases that help depressurize as they come up from deep ocean diving, and one of those gases is helium. And basically helium can get inside the watch and actually pop the crystal out. This helium escape valve actually is a spring style, so when it gets to a certain bar of pressure, it will actually release that helium and keep the watch intact, and that flat crystal will stay intact without having any damage to it. Okay, let me show you the other side of the watch now. You can see very beautiful brushed steel, or rather brushed titanium. Again, notice that very nice chamfer, really helping with the bordering edges of the lugs and giving it a nice little shine. We have the Tudor logo on the crown itself. The crown is titanium as well. Now as we move on to the crown functions, the crown unwinds counterclockwise as shown. And in the standard position, you can wind the watch. About 15 to 20 winds is all you need to get it started once more. And in next position, you'll be able to adjust the date at the 3 o'clock position by going counterclockwise again. Going clockwise does nothing in this position. You can see how very easy it is to change that date. Pulling the crown out to the next position will stop the seconds hand or the hack movement. As you can see, the seconds hand has stopped a little bit past the 6 o'clock position. You can adjust the hands bidirectionally. The stopping the seconds hand allows for precise time settings, such as doing a timer clock online. You can set it down to the exact seconds. And then pressing the crown back in will start that seconds hand once more. Always make sure to screw the crown nice and tight in against the case, as you want to keep that water resistance, as mentioned, the 500 meters at 1640 feet. You want to keep your watch water resistance. And of course, you just don't want to have the crown just sticking out. You might damage it just by bumping it into something. That's why we have these nice crown protectors here to sort of border around the crown there to protect it against any sort of bumpage, accidental bumpage there. Moving on to the bracelet now. The bracelet is a 3-piece link bracelet. Again, titanium as well, nicely sand finished in all 3-piece links, center of the links being a little bit larger than the rest. You can see just very nice tapering from the first link downwards to have a nice proportional view of the watch. As you can see, the tapering going all the way around, just helping the proportion of the watch very nicely. And then of course it sort of leverages out to a nice equilibrium towards the back where the clasp is located. So you can see that nice polished brushed titanium all throughout the watch and all the way to the other side as well. For the clasp is titanium as well, and it's a little cool little small little detail here is that this sort of clasp style looks like that Tudor logo there, the sort of shield looking logo. But also serves another purpose as well. It's sort of like the Rolex's safety foiling oyster clasp, where we have the lock on top of the clasp itself, so that way it doesn't just come off loose very easily. You have to remove that safety catch, as they call it, from the clasp itself before you can open up as so. And we have this beautiful clasp blades with the Tudor name embossed on there. You see the Tudor Geneve, and then we have the titanium mentioned at the 6 o'clock position there, Swiss made. Very, very beautiful. So one thing to mention is I want to go into the clasps now. That's located, of course, behind the clasp here. You'll see this sort of interesting, sort of almost like hieroglyphics. Just looking at this, you're probably wondering what does this mean? Why is there a bunch of circles here? Well, actually, this is a very ingenious thing that Tudor thought of and patented. So with something similar in mind, if you've ever seen our Rolex videos, you'll see me mention the glide lock on something like the deep sea or such. And you'll be able to adjust the clasp just by pushing it back as so. You can see it has 3 positions, the first, second, and third position. So obviously if you need it a little bit tighter, you go inwards, and if you need it a little bit less tight, you go outwards. So you go ahead and you drag it to the next position. Let's just say the third position. You're probably wondering, what does the rest of this part means? Well, actually, it's a really cool feature. So let's just say you're at the tightest setting, and your typical watches, if it's at the tightest setting, it kind of chokes out your wrist, get a little bit more sweaty, and it just doesn't feel good to wear, and you'll have to open up your clasp and adjust it and do whatever. Specifically for this is called the extension system. So basically, when you get to this amount of tightness, let's just say, again, with divers in mind, you're putting on a wetsuit, you don't want to fiddle with trying to adjust the clasp. It will simply adjust itself. So when you get to that position, it'll actually, if you have the watch on, so let me just make sure it's all the way through. All right, and then the extension system, it just pulls out automatically. So let's just say you have that at the max setting, you gain that little extra width on your wrist because of the wetsuit. Bam, it just will automatically extend out that way. And of course you still have the standard divers extension. You can see it here with the push, You just push that inwards and you unlock that little extra bit of extension for the watch. And of course, you can just put that back through. Oops. Close that up and leave it as so. So let me show you when it's fully closed up. So you can see that the lock is on now. It's extended out. Oops. Apologize. Let me re-extend that out to the final position again. All right. Okay, so it's at the final position, the third dot. It's fully outwards and locked in. So then you go to adjust it, and there we are. It simply pulls the additional extension of what you need, of course, to a maximum limit. But a very interesting system, very unique to this Pelagos watch. All right, so moving on to the movement now. The movement is housed in this simple case backing, nicely just that satin finish throughout the whole case back, no high polish here. For the movement itself, the movement is an in-house made movement by Tudor. It's a caliber MT of 5612. It is COSC certified, which they boast about again at the 6 o'clock position. It is a self-winding mechanical movement with a bidirectional rotor system that has a power reserve of 70 hours, meaning you could put this watch down on a Friday evening, pick it back up on a Sunday afternoon. It'll be keeping time just fine. And it serves the simple functions of being able to adjust the hour, minute, and seconds hand, and of course the instantaneous changing of the date and stopping the seconds hand that I've shown you with the crown features. Okay, now let me actually go ahead and show you this watch on my wrist. So I'm going to open up that safety catch, close up that folding again, put that safety clasp down, and there we are. So it's a very, very simple watch, a very simple diver's watch, but it looks just absolutely gorgeous. Just having that matte black bezel matched with that concave matte black dial, with just the simple juxtaposition of the white hour markers, the white hands, and just the white numerals and such, just really helps the watch pop a little bit more and make it sort of eye-catching. You can kind of see it does sit a little bit high on the wrist. But beautiful satin finish throughout the whole watch. Instead of having a high polish, they opted for a satin finish once again. All throughout that watch on that titanium. The clasp looks absolutely gorgeous too, and that extension system is really unique to the watch itself, and really something to look forward to if you're thinking about purchasing this watch. So if you're interested in this watch or any other watch for the lowest possible price, check out our website at JazTime.com. We have the lowest prices guaranteed. We offer a 1-year warranty. And if you liked the video, please like, comment, subscribe below. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys soon.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at JazTime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.